Are you ready for Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? Because I am.
I don't know about you, but I love playing with companions instead of mercs for hardest difficulties in CRPGs. Pathfinder is no different for me also. Two reasons behind my decision. First reason, if I take mercs, I'll fine-tune them from the start and I'll make perfect team composition and I'll turn unfair difficulty into a story mod. Second reason, companions have their own personal special quests and minds, while mercs, they're silent. Companions will provide far greater challenge also, since you can't fine-tune them like mercs. If you love playing with companions like I do and make your runs even more interesting, then we need to check what classes of companions you'll get on your adventure, so we can decide what class to play as our main protagonist. There is nothing that I hate more than when I pick a paladin, for example, and the first companion I acquire is a freaking paladin. I absolutely hate when that happens, and Harikiri is what comes to my mind first. So, let's avoid Harikiris and other suicidal full delete thoughts by checking out what's best to take and make it as short and straightforward as possible. So, this game will give us Shaman, Paladin, Monk, Witch, Ranger, Rogue, Oracle, Cleric, 2 fighters, one two-hander, the other one with weapon and shield, Wizard, Ranger, Slayer, War Priest, it's unconfirmed yet, and a mini talking weapon. Red colors are what we get, green colors is what we are going to miss. From our companions, we can tell that we will have a lot of healers, a lot of tanks, a lot of sneak attacks, 2 ranged characters, a classic Wizardo and 2 utility spellcasters, and 1 that hates evil. From our companions also, we can already tell we will be proficient in Trickery, Lore Religion, Knowledge Arcana, Athletics, Mobility, Sneaking, and Knowledge World skill checks. So what do we lack? We lack Alchemist Bombs and Utility Spells. Great for starters. I made tons of builds for Alchemists, so check them out before starting. We will be proficient at all skill checks also if we choose Alchemist. I hate playing this game without an Alchemist, by the way. They're way too good with their bombs. Arcanist is more for advanced players. What we are getting here is tons of spells, persuasion, and knowledge arcana skill checks. Barbarian, it's great cause we need someone to deal huge damage and crits while raging on the battlefield. Good choice for beginners, not to mention we will get persuasion, intimidation, and perception that we really need. Bards, also quite good since companions really need one area of effect buffer, not to mention that bards are masters of all skill checks. Blood Ragers. What I said for Barbarians, same applies for Blood Ragers. Only Barbarians are easier to play, but Blood Ragers are basically mini casters, self-buffers Barbarians. We can call them Barbarians for advanced players, maybe. Cavaliers. Mounted Combat Masters, Duelists, weird class. It will cover a lot of missing options from companions. Great to take, but it's not for beginners. Druid. I hate druids in all CRPGs combined. Extremely hard to play cause of bite attacks, claws, and other bullshit. Avoid it like plague for beginners. Hunter. It's not bad to take, but remember, we already have rogues, slayers, and rangers. Hunters are very similar. You won't see many benefits from Hunter. Inquisitor. Master tacticians, leaders, buffers, damage dealers, masters of all skill checks. All around great class, a bit harder for beginners, but our companions need an Inquisitor, they need them a lot. Kineticist. Avoid like plague for beginners, it's a hard class to master, but again, party could benefit out of one Kineticist. Magus. Hardest class to play in the game by far is Magus class. Only for advanced players. Check my Magus builds and guides if you decide to roll with this one, you're gonna need it. Skald. All that I said for Blood Ragers, Barbarians, and Bard this is a mixed version of them. Skalds are AoE buffers, mini bard, raging barbarians. I would recommend this class only to advanced players. Sorcerer, amazing class, nothing more to say. We don't need spellcasters that much, but still, sorcerers, they're always fun to play, especially cross-blooded subclass, but that's highly advanced pro class. War Priests, I love this class, they're amazing. Combination of paladins, clerics, buffers, damage dealers, healers, all into one. A bit harder to play, but party would benefit a lot from a War Priest. I'm 90% sure we will get a War Priest Dwarf companion, so be careful here. So, what to take if you are a beginner and you want to complement in-game companions? Alchemist, Barbarian, Blood Rager, War Priest and Sorcerer would be the choice. What to take for advanced players and complete your in-game companions? Arcanist, Bard, Cavalier, Hunter, Inquisitor, Sorcerer and War Priest. What to take as a pro? Druid, Kineticist, Magus, Skald, Sorcerer and War Priest. So, we got 3 times War Priest and Sorcerer and 2 times Inquisitor. War Priests and Inquisitors will cover a leader position. They are real leaders, while Inquisitors will also cover all skill checks in the game. Most versatile classes in the game are Cleric, Magus and Oracle, by the way. I strongly believe that Cleric class is the most fun you can get out of a class or a subclass, cause of tremendous amount of spells you'll get during your adventure and cause of high versatility in builds and combat styles. If I was a beginner, I would pick Barbarian for melee lovers and Alchemist for spellcasting lovers. War Priest is for real men, by the way. For advanced, I would pick War Priest or Sorcerer. War Priest for melee lovers, Sorcerer for spellcasting lovers. For those that like to see new things, Cavalier is the way to go. For pros, Inquisitors for sure, but pros would always like to play and test new classes, so Skalds and War Priests are for those who like to see new things. As far as I'm concerned, I'll probably go for a War Priest, 90% chance I'll do it. For unfair difficulty, have in mind that new companions will arrive for sure since we got 3 DLCs upcoming. What I gave you are solid starting options only. You can check every build that exists in the game on my channel. I released 200 different builds for all classes and subclasses combined. So pick something good and valid. Review will come only after I spent more than 500 hours in the game, by the way. Pathfinder deserves a proper unrushed review in my opinion. Have fun with the game and I'll be seeing you on the next one.